Yo, what's good? It's your boy Deucespeaks,
It's your boy, Jason Alexander.
and we are the Clearly Confused podcast where we are unscripted, unfiltered, and probably off topic. Jay, what's happening with you, baby?
Ain't nothing, man. Just chilling, man. Chilling. How you living?
Doing good, man. Nice Wednesday. Everything's back to normal to an extent this way with all that snow and ice and crazy shit going on. Everybody went back pretty much. I went back to work already, but kids, wifey, they went back to school Tuesday. I'm like, yo, y'all can't go multiple weeks without school. That shit is crazy.
Right. They still out of school here in Lexington.
That's what I heard, man.
Yeah, they still out of school, man, and waiting to hear what they're gonna do tomorrow. And me and my wife were talking about it, and I was like, the dilemma they got is they know if they call school off tomorrow, they might as well go and call it off on Friday. There ain't gonna be no point in bringing everybody back for one day of the week.
For one day, boy, that's a quick way to piss somebody off. Bring you back on Friday.
Yeah, I was like, they're gonna wait till the last possible minute to make that decision on Thursday. At least in my opinion, that's what I would do anyway. Because I'm sure that's where their mindset's at. So, but I just don't. They can't be ready, man. I don't know how they're gonna be ready. You know, you might have the parking lots and the schools all cleaned off and whatnot, but the neighborhoods are still jacked up, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, our neighborhood is still a solid sheet of ice. It still looks like Antarctica outside. So
that's what's crazy.
I know if my neighborhood looks like that, I know it's not the only neighborhood looking like that, man. And there's just no way that the school buses, we was talking about the garbage. I don't know how the garbage is going to run. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's still that bad here in Lexington.
Yeah.
So, you know,
I didn't see Mel for a minute. I ain't see Mel.
Yeah.
The trash man. We didn't know when. So our trash, it was funny. I didn't even, like, they wouldn't send out shit on, like, when trash is coming. It's just like, y'all figure that shit out. Hey, we can't get there.
All right.
So I was driving to work one day. Everything's still shut down. Like, our neighborhoods and shit. Mine's finally good to an extent. You can get through. At least one car can drive down the fucking street. But there's a lot of neighborhoods that are still cooked. I think they just said fuck it and brought everybody back Tuesday anyway because it was like, we can't keep riding this shit. But the roads are still jacked in a lot of places. Still jacked up in a lot of places. But yeah, I was driving to work and then I just randomly seen the garbage man a couple neighborhoods down. I called wife. I'm like, yo, I don't know if this man's pulling up or not. I'm like, go ahead and take that can down there just in case. And luckily they came through, and it was probably like 2 or 3 of us that just randomly put our shit out there. I mean, it was just in a random spot too, cause so much damn ice.
Yeah,
like ain't no way. I still can't put it. I just took my shit out now. I still can't put it where it needs to go because there's so much shit out there. Like, I can't even park my car right. Nothing no more, man. I went to Sam's Club yesterday, and I'm parking on a block of ice because there ain't shit else out here, dog.
It's crazy. It really don't make no sense, man. But, you know, if the temperatures aren't going to get above freezing, we just going to get stuck with ice, man. It's just
I ain't going to lie to you. Virginia finally warmed up, and, like, we done hit 40, like, high 30s, 40s, boy, that shit feel like damn spring out here. After all this cold, we finally getting some melting. Hell, it snowed a little bit yesterday. A little bit of flurries today. We got a tad bit of rain to help knock some of that shit down. But still, I mean, we got piles of fucking snow. So the main concern with that is we're going to get a bunch of flooding and shit. Because where I live at, it's a flood zone. Not where my house is, but like parts of Roanoke where I live. It floods bad out here. So they worried about all that shit, man. So I'm like, that's why I live where it don't flood at. Because I ain't got time to be dealing with all that bullshit and trying to get all that water and shit out your house. I ain't got time for it. But I am glad that shit's back to normal here to an extent.
I hear you.
I'm so fucking done with winter, dog. I don't want to see snow, cold, nothing ever again. Like, I'm so done with winter, bruh. It's ridiculous. It's been so goddamn cold. Man, it don't make sense.
It don't, man. It don't. I made a post on Facebook the other day, and I said, basically said, I'll take a 110-degree day on July 31st over this. I said, y'all folks that like this shit, y'all can kiss my entire ass, man. Because I don't get it, man. I don't get how folks like this weather, man. And
nah.
I love the summer. I would much rather sweat. Because, man, it's easier to cool down than it is to warm up, man. And it's just, to me, it's that simple. And I get pissed off trying to warm up because my hands get cold. I'll come down to the basement. I'll come upstairs. My wife will be like, man, your hands are cold. And it's like, it's cold in the basement, but it's like, I can't warm up, man. It don't matter what's going on. I can't warm up. But
my basement cold as shit, too.
As soon as I come inside, after 5 minutes, I've cooled down and I'm good, man. You know what I'm saying? So give me summer all day long, all day long.
Oh,
And yeah, my birthday being in the summer might have a lot to do with it also, but I really don't give a fuck. Yeah, it makes it that much better for me. So, give me summer all day.
Yeah, I'm definitely fall's my favorite season, just because it's like it ain't too hot, it ain't too cold. Throw a light little hoodie on, shit feels perfect outside.
Hoodie season.
But I do love summer, man. Cause I like fucking sunbathing and shit, dog. I love that sun fucking cooking me, dog. Cook me, motherfucker. Fry my ass up. I love the damn sun frying my shit, boy. Like, I love it. It charges me up. It's good for my soul. This shit right here, y'all can have it. And don't get me wrong, I like a good snow. Like, give me snow, we out a couple days, and then move on. This shit is for the birds. You got no time for it.
Yes. Yes, I'm not trying to do no Siberian impressions throughout the winter, man. I'm not trying to do that shit.
Oh, man. Let's see. Let's go ahead and jump into these mental check-ins.
Right.
Let's see. I'll jump us off this week.
Right.
I'll put myself at about, I'm going to say 8.3 this week.
Okay.
And I'm honestly say it's pretty high. It's Wednesday. It's pretty high. If you'd have asked me probably Monday, Tuesday, I'm low. Shit, man, I don't know what it was, man. I had some depression kicking my ass Monday and Tuesday.
Right.
I don't know if it was just getting back to work, trying to get a full rhythm going back to work or what, man. But I think it was a little bit of everything, man, to be honest with you. But golly, I was getting depressed as shit. I'm still shaking it a little bit. I ain't going to sit here and play anybody. I'm still shaking it, still peeking his head up here and there, but we making it work, pushing through. Anytime I get these like really bad like anxiety, worries, depression, shit like that, I try to stop, think about what is giving me that problem and really dissect it. And when you stop and actually look at the problem and break it down, and you realize you ain't got no damn control over any of it anyway, and half the time it ain't even really nothing as big as you think it is. You let that shit go. You know what I'm saying? You're like, man, you know what? Why am I worried about this shit? You know what I'm saying? It's crazy.
Right.
But I'm gonna put myself at an 8.3, man. I'm bouncing back. I'm excited. My son, my youngest son, turns 5 this weekend. So I got some, got my dad and his, my stepmom coming down to visit. So it's always a nice time. He's excited.
Right.
Just lost his first tooth and shit. So it's it's good, man. I'm ready for some good family time, man. Enjoy that shit.
Good for the show.
Oh yeah. Where you at, bro?
All right. This week I'd say I'm at about an 8.7, man. I'm in the 8s right there with you. I took off a day of work today, man. I took it off. Just called in, didn't take a vacation day or nothing, man. It was just took a day, and I probably could have gone in. The roads weren't too bad or nothing like that. It snowed a little bit yesterday, but man, I just didn't feel like going to work. No bullshit about it, man.
I ain't mad at that.
So, I
ain't mad at that.
Yeah, I took the day. And I got a vacation day on Friday and vacation day on Monday. That's the main reason why my mental health is so high this week. Looking forward to the weekend, man. Every year at the Super Bowl, me and my boys get together and we'll watch the game in somebody's house, man. And this year we're going down to my boy Bobby Robinson, going down to his crib down in Augusta, Georgia. So we'll be traveling on Friday and Monday. But we're gonna grill some food out, man. Hang out, play some dominoes, man, and just kick it, man. Reminisce about the old days. You know what I'm saying? We hung out hard in college at UK, so it'll be a nice reunion weekend. Me and my best friend Ron, and hooking up with my boy Bobby. So definitely looking forward to that. Looking forward to the weekend and just hanging out with the fellas, man, and watching football and
that's
whatnot.
Dope, man.
Hey, I'm just riding high, just counting down the days and waiting until Friday.
That's crazy. It's funny. We was in the group chat before we jump into these topics. We was in the group chat talking about Super Bowl this year, and I'm like, man, I feel like there ain't no hype around the Super Bowl this year. Like,
right?
I ain't seen a bunch of advertising. Ain't nobody really too excited. Like, that's why I'm hyped to hear about you linking up going to a party. Like, I'm like, shit, I ain't heard about no party, no cookout, no nothing going on, man, out here.
They didn't even do it. They didn't hype up media day or nothing like that. Like
nothing, man.
Like usually they'll show where the kids are interviewing the players and all that stuff.
Come on, something.
We ain't see nothing, man. And
it's been quiet.
It should be a good game. All signs are pointing to it being should be pretty entertaining at the very least. Anyway, I still feel like Seattle's gonna cover the spread and whatnot.
I do too.
I think it's gonna be a good game. Be fun to watch. I mean, two good teams anyway. You would think that there would be more hype leading up to it, but you know, I guess we'll see what happens. Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
We
I think more
say this
people.
now, and then Sunday it'll be the highest rated Super Bowl ever. And
I know that's what's crazy
what
about it, man.
So,
You're like, what the hell? Wasn't any word said about it, and then now all of a sudden it's the top. It's crazy. Oh man, but let's see, man. Glad we both doing good, man.
Right.
Mentals is straight where we need to be at. It's Black History Month. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
We'll definitely get to that, but definitely want to shout that out, man. It's definitely happy Black History Month to all my people. And I got a quick clip I want to play that I like playing this every Black History Month.
All right.
Move, bitch! Get out my fucking way! It's Black History Month.
Always remember that. Get the fuck out the way. It's Black History Month, bitch.
Black History Month. I like that.
But nah, man, let's go ahead and jump into some topics. One time for the one time. So,
all right,
we've been bringing it up, but we officially got it as a topic today for this newly released Epstein. Well, they put like 3 million, released like 3 million files, videos, all that jazz. Was released recently. I think it was what was that? Over the
Friday,
weekend or something like that? Friday? Yeah.
Seemed like it was
something
a Friday
like that.
news.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I was like, oh yeah, put it Friday because ain't nobody gonna be able to talk about it on all the main news channels on
the weekend,
Monday through Friday. Put that on a Monday, boy, gonna chop your ass up all week.
Oh,
so they was pretty strategic putting that out on the end of the day, Friday, when they know everything's kind of slowing down, quieting it down. But let's kind of do a quick recap of where we're at, how we got here with the Epstein list. So it's not, a lot of people hear Epstein list and just think it's like a list of names of people and shit like that. And it's not. It's a bunch of documents, videos. I mean, it's a whole lot of everything going on relating to Jeffrey Epstein and all the sick, nasty ass shit he did. So just a quick timeline, just a really more recent timeline, because we can go back forever on this shit.
Yeah, you ain't wrong.
January 3rd, 2024, Judge Loretta Preska begins unsealing nearly 1,000 pages of documents. I'm not even going to chop this name up. G versus Maxwell, defamation suit. And this is when it's first kind of dubbed the list. That's where that kind of got that name of Epstein's list from. So from June to September 2024, during the presidential campaign, Trump pledges multiple times to declassify the full Epstein files if elected. And he cited a need for transparency. And I remember as he was running for president, he kept pushing that, the need for transparency from our government, which I agreed with. You know what I'm saying? We do need transparency. These are people we paying. These are elected officials. We need transparency in what the fuck is going on behind the scenes. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. September 2025, House Oversight Committee releases over 33,000 pages of DOJ records under subpoena, revealing deeper ties between Epstein and various political figures. Now, we heard a lot of rumors about people, and then now shit's coming a little bit more real. So last November 18th, Congress passes the Epstein Files Transparency Act with a near unanimous vote, 427 to 1. I'd hate to be that one nigga that didn't vote for that shit. You sick motherfucker. I forgot his name too. I remember. I'm like, what the hell?
Right.
A MAGA lunatic. I'll say that.
Right.
And that mandated the release of all remaining DOJ and FBI files. So December 19th, the first wave of the Transparency Act release occurs. It includes never before seen photos of high profile visitors at Epstein's properties. Moving closer to now, January 30th, the final dump, as they say. DOJ is saying that that's it. They ain't releasing shit else. That occurs. They release 3 million pages, 2,000 videos, and 180,000 images, signaling the end of major document production. So that brings us to now. We got our final dump. There was some disgusting shit in there. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, I haven't read all 3 million pages. I haven't seen all 2,000 videos. I I ain't seen all 180,000 images. I've seen a handful of pages and shit like that, and I'm fully disgusted. You know what I'm saying? I can't imagine anything more than some of the shit I've seen. Talking about, I like the little girls, something about a 9-year-old. Like, one, what the fuck are y'all doing emailing shit? If you gonna do some crimes, you a fucking idiot. You emailing shit back and forth. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
It's crazy as hell to me.
It's testament to how powerful they felt and how above the law they felt. You know, the fact that they were that cavalier with it.
Oh, yeah. You think, even if I get caught, nothing's going to happen. Is what I assume that mindset was.
Yeah, and they're not wrong to date. So, for most of them anyway.
So I'm going to bring up just a few quick people that have been highlighted as like the biggest people, biggest names kind of that have been popping up on here. And what their contacts in the files are. So we got Prince Andrew. Email suggests that he invited Epstein to Buckingham Palace after his 2008 conviction. So you invite this man as a known pedophile to Buckingham Palace. We'll put that there. Yeah. New photos show him in compromising positions at Epstein's properties. He claims he visited Epstein in 2010 only to break off the friendship. Okay.
Right.
Let's see. Bill Clinton. He's mentioned in depositions as liking them young. Files confirm his frequent travel on the private jet. House oversight held him in contempt January 2021 for refusing to testify. Nasty motherfucker.
Right.
Maintains he knew nothing of Epstein's crimes and only traveled for Clinton Foundation work. What kind of foundation work you doing on this pedophile island?
And we might find out soon.
Yeah. Shit. Hell yeah. And I just saw they are going to be testifying here soon, I believe. Donald Trump files examine his ties to Epstein in the late 90s or early 2000s. Mentions of his Mar-a-Lago staff. Trump claims he cut him off years ago and was the first to cooperate with the Florida investigators. And I had to look this up. I'm going to just say my resources, ChatGPT on this one. But Trump is listed based on a ton of different cited major news reviews, shit like that. He is cited over 38,000 times in the Epstein files, which is insane, disgusting. For somebody that I don't know this man, I'm not connected with this man. If you in there 38,000 times, I'm gonna have to believe there's a pattern here. Ain't that many mistakes going on.
Yeah. That's a degenerate pattern.
Yeah, for real. So let's see. Bill Gates. Emails show Epstein tried to entrap or threaten Gates over an alleged affair with a Russian bridge player. They said he got STDs. He tried to get some shit for his wife. Some antibiotics, I'm assuming, for his wife to clear her up. She did come out, his ex-wife.
Yeah, I saw that.
She came out deeply disturbed, which I'm glad she spoke up and shit.
Yeah,
and to me, that's kind of like all these people coming out now speaking up. Like, I even watched Bill Gates. He was on the Australian news. He's never come out and spoke on it, and he came out and spoke on it, saying it ain't true and all this stuff.
Yeah, but, whatever, Bill. Yeah,
the fact that you even are addressing it now, and your ex-wife is coming out pretty much saying this is disgusting, yada yada yada. I don't know. His spokespeople call the claims absurd and say Epstein was trying to force a relationship that didn't exist, which is funny because it leads to this next man, Elon Musk, who's mentioned in emails regarding an invitation to a wild party on Epstein's island. He denies ever visiting the island or attending any such party, but there are emails with this nigga being thirsty, trying to get an invite to the island and getting shut down.
Is that not common?
Yeah, that is some funny shit to me because I'm like, damn, you couldn't even get on the pedophile island, boy.
Right.
The pedos didn't even want your ass. That's some crazy shit.
Man. That's crazy.
That turned you into a monster. You know what I'm saying? That's why he was like, I'm going to get all my money up. Yeah, I'm the richest man in the world.
He wants all the money and the power.
I'm going to have my own fucking Epstein Island.
Yeah.
That shit is crazy.
The stories tell themselves, man. You know what I'm saying? That's great. That's crazy. Seeing Elon seeing him like that, man, that's just comedy.
It is, man. It is, and that was like the main people that kind of popped up on there,
right?
So real quick, what's your thoughts on just the names listed? All these significant people in the world right now. You surprised, or is it like, hey, this is what we expected already?
It was what I expected. I was more surprised or disturbed, I should say, by some of the details and some of the things that I read that went on. I was more disturbed by that. The names didn't really surprise me. I kind of expected the names because, in reality, a lot of the names have been leaked out as time has gone on.
Oh, yeah.
So there were really no names that I was caught off guard with. Like I said, I was just more disturbed and surprised by the details that they had in the files. And that was one of the things that, I don't know, made me think, made me wonder just how anybody can read what's in those files. Because like I said, we saw a very, very small sample of what is in there. But we know people higher up, people in powerful positions, read and saw a lot more. We know they saw a lot more of the damaging files that we got to see. And I just can't understand why they would want to cover this up. You know, I get and understand the desire for power, but I don't understand why we are allowing this kind of behavior to be what is in the ruling class, so to say. And I don't know how to escape it. And I don't know what we're going to do to escape it. Because I don't know, it's pretty bad, man. It's pretty bad. Hopefully the Clintons can testify publicly, because I'd be interested to see what they have to say in a public forum as opposed to it being behind closed doors and we get the edited version of what they said. Because it'll be one of the most watched things in the history of
hell yes
of court trials. You know, folks wanting to see.
Hell yeah.
Because everything I'm getting from the Clintons, the vibes I'm getting, as disgusting as they've been apparently in these documents, they seem like they're ready to tell it all. You know, like they're ready to get some shit off their chest. So if they want to get that shit off their chest, they want to do it in a public forum. Hopefully they'll be allowed to. So we the people deserve. We definitely deserve what's going on. So
the victims deserve that shit more than anything, man.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely.
And I'm 100% with you, man. I'm reading these emails and like, especially having young daughters.
Yeah,
I'm
man.
so fucking disgusted, dog. I'm not even gonna play you. That was so nasty to me, and my immediate thoughts are like similar to what you just said. I'm like, how as people can we be okay with this? Like, again, we talked about last episode. At this point, shouldn't even be any political anything.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? This is right and wrong. This is disgusting, man. Like, why to me, you can say it's for national security purposes, whatever. To me, I don't care. There is no reason why you should protect a pedophile. I don't care if it's the richest man in the world. We get all these resources from this country that this person's from. It doesn't matter. We should never be protecting a pedophile. And to be constantly lying about it, there is no Epstein files, and then you release all this shit. Now it is. Everything's heavily redacted. And you keep making excuses for it, and I'm honestly getting angry at every time Trump comes out and says we need to move on and yada yada, and just brushing off these victims and stuff, because it's like these people were traumatized, tortured, raped, assaulted as young girls and stuff, and we talking about well, let's move on. You know what I'm saying? What? No, they deserve justice. The people deserve the truth. You know what I'm saying? Because that is disgusting, and it's our top people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, we don't need pedophiles running this world, and anybody that is against releasing all this shit fully, you are supporting pedophile. You're supporting pedophilia. There's no way around that. You can't talk your way around that. No. If you're not okay with all this stuff being released and people actually being punished for this, not just releasing it and we know the names, people need to be held responsible for this stuff, man. It's disgusting, dog.
Yeah.
Now with this list and stuff, we talked about some of the big names on there. There's a ton of names on there. Hell, even Russell Wilson's name came up. He came out. And he was like, look, man, I don't know nothing about this, nothing. It's just so everybody knows. Just because you're mentioned in this list doesn't make you guilty or anything like that.
No.
It's just if you had any kind of tie.
I hate to make the analogy, but it's like the same rules apply when it comes to dealing with people who have associated with Puffy. You know, the same thing happened when Puffy got convicted, and everybody talked about the puffy parties and whatnot. It became a mad dash to show who's been at puffy parties, and they'd have pictures of LeBron at a puffy party, and they'd be trying to talk about LeBron. It's like, man, come on, man. It's like there's gonna be some folks that participated with Puffy that are evil people, but you can't put that on every single person.
Yeah, some people are just wrong place, wrong time. They caught a stray. They got somehow was there.
Yeah, Epstein had plenty of people on that island that didn't participate in the ghastly things that they were doing, because the man was still a businessman. He was still doing whatever it was his regular day job required him, had him doing and whatnot. He still had appearances to make, people reputations to uphold, and all that other stuff. So I think it's important that when names get mentioned, I guess in the same sentence with Epstein, that folks do their due diligence and actually read what they're in there for, and what actually happened. Because some of the stuff is not even Epstein file related. And I don't know if he's going to touch on Jay-Z getting mentioned or whatnot. And,
he got mentioned a lot in there too.
Yeah, and like when you read what's in there, it was actually just a tip from the FBI. It wasn't.
That's what I'm saying.
It wasn't a situation where Jay-Z was participating in these activities. It was an anonymous person making a tip to the FBI. And I'm not going to sit here and act like Jay-Z is a great, upstanding individual who does outstanding things for the community. I'm not going to do that. I have my own opinions about billionaires, and he falls into that opinion with billionaires. I just don't think they're good people. And he falls in that same lane. And if there's ever something that comes up that gives definitive proof that, he's the piece of shit that he probably is, it'll be easier to go off on that. Yeah. But if there ain't been no proof, man, I'm not going to sit there and say he's a piece of shit.
I'm not going to judge somebody just because their name got thrown in here because they were wrong. Like Russell Wilson, come on now.
Yeah, come on,
I'm not going to just, your name got mentioned in there. Like, you might have talked to one of his affiliates over something. Like, who knows? There's so many different scenarios that you could have got mixed in there with.
Right.
Cross paths somehow. You know what I'm saying? Now, I do have a problem with some people that were mentioned on here that were kicking it and cool with, especially high-end people, kicking it cool with Epstein after knowing this man's a convicted pedophile.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you may not have been doing shit with him, but what normal person wants to sit here and be connected with somebody that this motherfucker's a convicted pedophile? You know what I'm saying?
Defender.
Who? You know what I'm saying? Like thinking about Prince Andrew, you inviting him out to Buckingham Palace and shit. Man. A fucking pedophile. That lets me know you dabble in that, or either you're doing it with him or you like that shit and you want to invite like Elon Musk. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's all that kind of tells me.
You saw they stripped him of his title and all that shit. So, England wasn't playing around. England wasn't playing around when it came to Prince Andrew. They were like, hey, look, we got you in the red hair. We got you in the crosshairs, dog. We seen what you're doing. We seen what you about. Shit. Kicked him off the palace, said don't come back, So it's funny.
My question,
other countries are taking care of their Epstein violators.
Yeah, they're like, shit, we don't want this stain on us, and here in America we are covering that shit up. We are protecting all sick motherfuckers over here, while the rest of the country's like, oh no, we ain't gonna have this nasty motherfucker. No. But part of nothing going on over here, you become president for it. So my question is, what is our realistic expectations of what to come from this? Because everything that we think, especially like related to Trump, everything we think, oh, this will be the final thing, it's going to get rid of him. It never turns out that way. And with this, is it more so people are trying to just use this to say, hey, let's use this Epstein to get rid of Trump? Or do you think people are actually really caring about the actual victims and saying, I want everybody's head to roll for this, not just Trump, because he's listed in here so much, and we assume we got pretty much a lot of proof that him and Epstein were cool at a minimum. Can't prove he was there doing nothing, but we can prove that was your homeboy to an extent. So what do you think? What do you think this leads to? What's our expectations?
My expectations are that nothing major is going to nothing of significance is going to happen immediately. I think if there's anything that happens regarding the Epstein files, it'll be on down the road. And I say that because I don't expect anything to happen in the current times with this administration. You know, if we look at the fact they did release the files, and they released them, like we said, on a Friday when nobody would be able to comment on them and whatnot. This Friday news dump. We also got to look into the fact that they opened up they put the files on the Department of Justice website, opened it up for everybody. Then they took it down and deleted it, and they had it off. They had it off the website for a good 4 or 5 hours, and backlash was so loud they had to put it back. And I haven't gone to look to see if it's currently there right now, but I know it was back up that Friday night. That was the last time I went and looked on the Department of Justice website to see if it was there. So, like I said, I don't know if it's there or not, but for a time it wasn't there. So it's clear that they want to hide things. They want to cover it up. They want to make us see less of it. So with that in mind, I don't know who would be the lawyers that would take this upon themselves to try it in court, because the change yard's going to get shot down at some point.
Oh yeah.
But I think with different administration and things on down the road, I could see some things potentially happening at some point. But
yeah, and
there's definitely that element out there that wants to see Trump out because of the
for
file.
sure.
And we should be doing this more so for the victims. But it's like I said, the victims have been telling us what's been going on for years, but we still had to wait for the files to come out before we believe the victims. So, you know, at the end of the day, we're not giving the victims true justice, and
whatnot.
People can say that they are, and you know, and at the end of the day, we want to see the victims get that justice, but ultimately, folks just want Trump out, and if the files are a way to get him out, that's what they're going to use to get him out.
And I'll say, speaking of victims, and to me, there's kind of a clear point that they want to cover up shit. They did change some of the redactions that they had for the victims, and when they released it, a lot of victims' names were made public, shit like that. Now, that kind of shit should have been redacted.
Yeah.
The stuff that the victim stuff should be redacted, because you're there to protect the victims. You're not there to protect the motherfuckers that did it. You know what I'm saying? So that shit blew my mind, and they had to go back, take them back off, redact them again. And to me, it was like, they're probably going to use that as an excuse as, oh, well, you see us releasing all this, caused such a disturbance with the victims, and they're trying to heal and all this shit. Like, I even heard Trump in one of his interviews talking about how some of the, who knows if it's true or not, but he said one of the victims was like, you know, this is all, you know, troubling to reopen this wound and all this shit while we're trying to move on. So they're trying to spin it differently than what it is. Yeah, I mean, it's just, I really just don't understand how there's not like a blatant cover up to everybody.
Right.
Like, there's literally no reason. That's why I wish the narrative would change of, we're doing this to take Trump down. Instead, let's say we're doing this not to take you down. We're doing this to take down pedophiles and everybody that's protecting pedophiles, because we in the country agree, Republican, Democrat, we agree that pedophilia is disgusting and wrong. I mean, that should be a unanimous yes. Besides that one nigga that voted against that, Epstein, he's definitely doing some crazy shit. Right. But everybody else, we should all be unanimously in agreement that that is not what we want as a country, and that's not something that we're going to accept. So I wish it would kind of switch off of, we're using this to get rid of Trump and shit, because he's just going to brush that shit off. When you make it seem like it's just for the victims and for right and wrong and justice in general, to me, there shouldn't be no disputing that at all. Like, you can't really go against that. You know what I'm saying? Who wants to go against freedom of, you know, child sex victims? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy that we even having a discussion on that being wrong. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, how is that not blowing everybody's mind? But
got me
this one up, man.
Got me thinking of South Park with Namba.
Oh yeah.
It's like, man, it's
Come on.
That shit shouldn't be real life, man. You know what I'm saying? It should not be real life. It should stick to fictional, cartoonish shit. But you know, here we are in 2026, and
here we are.
Yeah, the motherfuckers getting ready to go nationwide. It's like, man, what the fuck?
People lying. They lying to us about killings, citizens, lying to us about pedophiles and shit. Like, what does that say about us as a country, man? Because like I said, it's embarrassing watching other news outlets in different countries talk about the shit going on here. And I'm like, damn, we're like a third world country out here, man. We got federal government killing citizens, we protecting pedophiles and shit, lying about stuff to the citizens, telling them what you saw didn't really happen. Just like I said on the last episode with Preddy, I said he was murdered. What did they do? They changed that shit to a homicide. We all saw this motherfucker get murdered. You know what I mean? Don't tell me what I saw. You know what I mean? That's crazy. Piss on your head and then they tell you it's raining. You know what I'm saying? That's all it is. It's wild, dog. It's wild. But to me as a country, it's just embarrassing and disgusting. And it shows what our values, our lack of values are as a country right now.
I couldn't agree more.
Anybody... Again, I don't care about party affiliation or not. Anybody that is okay with this is disgusting. You support pedophilia. That's all there is. You can't talk your way out of it.
Ain't no way around it.
If you don't want to see everybody, the Clintons, Bill Gates, it don't matter which side, the Trump, anybody. I want to see every motherfucker that was involved with this go down and burn in hell. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
That's crazy.
What they deserve.
It's what they deserve, man. Yeah. It's funny, man. I was listening to Kevin Gates talk on Club Shay Shay. Right. It was his exact words because he was sexually assaulted and stuff as a kid. And he's like, people that mess with children just need to be killed. He was like, they need to be killed. He's like, I think everybody should agree they need to die. And I'm like, hey, I believe in criminal justice and stuff, but if somebody takes out a pedophile, you ain't gonna get no sympathy tears from me. You know what I'm saying?
Either, man. None from me either.
I'll look the other way in a heartbeat.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, you just took out some. Oh, he's messing with little kids. I ain't see a damn thing.
Right.
Shit, what? Come on now. You know, it's just disgusting, man. It's disgusting and it's embarrassing to us as a country. Putting a button on this one, DOJ said that, again, that was the final dump. They're not putting anything else out. But it's still a fight that we got, man. Just think about that as y'all are listening. We are fighting our government to do something about pedophiles. We'll leave it at that. On a better note, let's move over to Black History Month.
Oh, yeah.
Let's get a little Black History Month in here, man. First and foremost, does Black History Month still hit the same to you? Think about it like over your lifetime and how you celebrate it and stuff like that. Does it still feel the same vibe, same energy?
It's hard to say, man, because I haven't seen much change. I haven't felt much change from Black History Month throughout the years. I think it used to be easier to celebrate it when it was a more accepting climate. I don't think the climate is as accepting of Black History Month the way it used to be. But throughout the years, I mean, shit, man, 51 years old, man, that's a lot of Black History Months, man. And
you are Black history.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's like I always enjoy Black History Month. I always enjoy everything it brings along. I think if people pay attention to it, people of all races pay attention to it, they'll see the contributions that Black Americans have made to American society, to culture, to the entire infrastructure of the country. And I think that the fact that we have a month to celebrate it is something that I'm never going to take for granted and something I'm always going to enjoy. You know, I was listening to the podcast. I did get to listen to it on the way home.
Y'all nice.
And it's like, man, I always learn something new every year at Black History Month, even though I thought I knew something. You know, I knew Garrett Morgan invented the traffic light, but I didn't know the backstory around it. So hearing the backstory around it, man, that's always enlightening. It's always really cool. So I'm not going to say Black History Month don't hit the same. I'll say that it's just gone through various stages throughout my life. And right now I'm enjoying the stage that it's at. Looking back and thinking about how Black History Month has been seen throughout my life. You know, like I said, I'm not mad at where it's at right now. Not mad at all.
Oh, yeah. I'll say it's varied for me on how I felt about Black History Month in general. Of course, I've always, loved it, supported it. But I did get to a point in life where I'm like, I felt like as Black History Month was us just more so trying to beg other people to be accepting of us and shit
I
like
hear you.
that. And I
Yeah,
would
I
say
hear you.
definitely in my early 20s, I felt like that a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
You know, grew, matured. You know, as you old, your mindset changes on things and stuff.
Right.
I feel like it is a little bit different. I feel like it's not as celebrated as much. Now I do live in a really red ass place, so obviously it's not going to be as celebrated as some of the more left leaning areas.
Right.
And of
That's
course, we
definitely
have a
true.
president that ain't even going to acknowledge that shit to begin with,
Right.
anyway. And I always say, you know, my dad always taught me, you know, black history is, you know, that's something we need to learn. We can't rely on schools and shit like
Mm-hmm.
that to teach us. As a parent, members of the community and shit like that, we should be teaching our youth and stuff about our black history and things like that. How I see it now is kind of to your point. I love learning something new about our people. And I literally every Black History Month I learned something new that I'm like, wow, I had no idea. Either something was
Mm-hmm.
invented, something was something we overcame and did. Somebody was like a leader in something that I didn't know about, in some kind of field that I didn't know about. And I'm like, oh
Mm-hmm.
wow. So through Black history, and it's really helped me because I've battled with, you know, who am I as a black person? You know, what kind
Mm-hmm.
of black person I am. So Black
Right.
History Month has taught me and opened me up to there's not just one type of black person. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? There's
Mm-hmm.
black people in this field, there's black people in this field, you got the
Ah,
black
yeah.
nerds over here, you got the cool hip black people over here. Like
Yeah.
we are all one big thing. And it's hard because you grow up, you see media, stuff like that, push. Now y'all all hood gangbangers. You gotta listen to rap, do all this shit. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? You kind of get taught, and then you sometimes, like for me, I'll speak for myself. You try to portray that image. Okay, that's what we're supposed to look and do. Like, okay, let
Mm-hmm.
me try to fit that image, and that's not who I am. And then you
Right.
get stuck. Okay, if that's not who I am I black? I guess I'm not black if I'm not hood and gangster and shit. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? So things
Oh
like
yeah.
black history and those conversations, especially with our black elders, are crucial, man. Crucial. And I'll say black history, as I've gotten older, I realize black history is one for us to learn more about us, our people, our resilience, how special we are.
Mm-hmm.
There's so many times I find out stuff, I'm like, damn. Like the first time I found out a black man invented Hidden Valley Ranch, it blew my damn mind. I mean, it blew my damn, because I love Hidden Valley Ranch too, and it made it even better because I'm like, it's a black guy made this damn ranch that I
Right.
love so damn much.
Right.
So little shit like that. He was a little rancher and shit. I'm like, I don't even think of a black guy on no ranch and shit like
No,
that.
you don't. You
But-
really don't. But there's
No.
there's tons of them.
Yeah, but there's tons of black cowboys and all that shit out here.
Yeah,
But we don't think
farmers.
about it because we get this image portrayed that
Mm-hmm.
you got to be a hip hop hood nigga. That's all it
Right.
is. You black, you're a black girl. You need to be out here twerking, doing all kinds of crazy shit. That's
Yeah.
all it is. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? But I learned that, you know, black history is for us for those reasons. But black history is for everybody else because then it, like you said, it teaches them all of our contributions. It gets rid of that image too that they see that's always portrayed, oh, they hood, you know what I'm saying? You get to
Yeah.
learn so much like, damn, black man created the super soaker that we all love and shit like that.
Right.
Black man created this, black woman did this, black woman did that. Like, oh
Mhm.
wow, that's crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Black women working with NASA, things like that. We
Oh,
are
yeah.
so abundant and we are so just varied in what we can do, man. So it teaches them outside people more about us and our culture. Just like any of the other ones, Mexican, Asian culture, all those weeks, months, whatever, that is for you to learn about that culture and realize too, we got a lot in common. You know what I'm saying?
A whole lot in common.
We might have overcame different things, but we all overcame. We all did something. We've all progressed, and we all need to unite. So I love learning about other people's cultures and stuff like that. And at the end of the day, whether it's Black History Month, Mexican, Asian Pacific, all this stuff is American history. You know what I'm saying? So we should all be wanting to learn more about it. It ain't just black people, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's Black
Right.
History Month. This is what things we did. We're highlighting that. But it's also still your American history. You know what I'm saying? This is still all shit to benefit you as an American, whether you white, black, Mexican, Asian, whatever. You know what I mean?
Right. Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. I
So-
know if you got rid of all the inventions that black people did for this country of America and got rid of them, country, nobody would recognize anything, man. You would not, nothing, nobody would recognize anything. You know, think about all the contributions we made to American society. And if, like I said, if you got rid of them, we'd wake up in a country nobody would recognize. And I think that goes to say, it's just one of those things to show that we played a large part in building this
absolutely.
country. And to this day, we still have to have a month to get that celebrated. And you know, that says something within itself that we shouldn't have to do, but we have to do it. And it's something that I say. It's something when I was a kid, I'm not gonna say I struggled with it. I just didn't understand why we had to have a month to celebrate. And I was always like, yeah, and of course it's gonna be the shortest month of the year. Ain't even got 30 days in the motherfucker, and folks still gonna complain about the son of a bitch. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like we're really not bothering y'all. We're just trying to celebrate our accomplishments throughout society, you know, and at the end
we all benefited from.
Yeah, that everybody's benefited from. It wasn't a thing that black people said, you know what, I'm going to invent the ironing board, but only black people can use it. Everybody uses the ironing board. Everybody has the ironing board in their house. Yeah, black people invented the ironing board. So, you know, it's going to be man. It's going to be what it's going to be when it comes to Black History Month and how people accept it or don't accept it or take advantage of it and look into it and get to know the black culture. But, you know, I enjoy it, so you know, I don't think about the people who don't like it anymore. Whereas before they used to bother me.
I used to,
I don't think about those people anymore. Those people are gonna be what they're gonna be. So
you know, it is what it is. You're not gonna change their minds.
No.
Another thing I love about the Black History too is when you think about some of those inventions and contributions, and you think about the time frame, you like, these motherfuckers created and did so much with so little. Like, you had the least amount of education because you couldn't get an education. You had people beating your ass, trying to keep you out of getting educated. Right. And you had to deal with all kinds of shit holding you back, you and your family, making it harder. On top of all that, you still, with limited resources, came out, invented something that was huge. Like, to me, that's just dope, man. Do you feel like there's anything that needs to change to celebrate it, or keep it how we kind of been doing it?
I don't know. I can't think of anything off the top of my head that I would do to change it to make it better. I don't have those answers, but I just know it's something that I always hope that they continue to celebrate. And I don't have any complaints about it. I would like to see it get to the point to where you don't have to be dead to celebrate that history. You know, we watch a lot of Black history in real life. And I threw it on ChatGPT. I was like, I just want to see something. I said, what are some poignant moments in Black history from the year I was born to present times? And I wanted to see what the list was going to be. And, man, the list was really good. It came back a lot better than I expected it to be. But it was just something I wanted to see, something I wanted to see what, I guess, the commercial view of what Black History Month would, or what Black history would be to, I guess, you know, the computer or whatever. But I wanted to see what ChatGPT was going to say. And like I said, the list wasn't disappointing. I'll pull up some of the stuff it had on there because it was pretty cool. The LA riots was one of the big things on there. Rodney King getting beat. Like, I was like, yeah. I mean, that was large, man. I was in high school at that time, man.
I couldn't imagine.
So it was pretty wild watching it all play out, and then watching the trial on TV, and then within an hour, LA was on fire, man. And I mean, it was like, damn, man. You know, that was my senior year of high school. I'll never forget that.
Damn, that's crazy.
Oh yeah. But it talked about you know, Kenji Jackson, first Black Supreme Court. They mentioned her. Or Ketanji Brown Jackson.
I know you're talking about. I jack her name up all the time.
Yeah, my bad on that one.
Yeah.
But yeah, talked about that. Colin Kaepernick, Trayvon Martin, of course, Barack Obama. Talked about Hurricane Katrina and the government neglect. And it actually said that. Yeah. It said that in the
government neglect.
Yeah, I was like, damn, okay, ChatGPT. You know, I was like, all right. Talked about Colin Powell, Tiger Woods, the Million Man March. It brought that up, and I don't know if you've heard about the Million Man March. One of the regrets I'm gonna have in life is that I did not participate, and the main reason I didn't participate was because that was in 1995. That was when my undiagnosed bipolar disorder was just running rampant. So I was never in the right state of mind. But I'm always gonna regret that I didn't take a part in the Million Man March, because that was a part of Black history in my lifetime that I wish
Huge.
I'd have been able to participate in. And I know that they made movies about it, documentaries about it. Man, just to been a part of something like that would have been really cool and good for my soul, if I'm being honest. So that's one thing
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
always gonna miss. And the other thing they had on there, or they didn't have on there, that surprised me, but we talked about earlier, and that was Tupac and Biggie. And I think that's a large part of Black history life. I think a lot of people underestimate the influence that Tupac Shakur had on Black people in the 90s.
Oh,
when he was
absolutely.
out of his game.
His
Because
political remarks and shit like that. Absolutely. He was ahead of his time.
X, man. He was our Malcolm X. And it's funny because I talk to people like my dad, and they be like, "Oh, he's a thug, whatever." And it's like, yeah, you didn't know him. It's like, you only saw what they wanted you to see, and you ran with that projection and took it to the bank. Whereas it
That's
went a
what
lot
happens
deeper
with a
than
lot
that.
today. We take shit out of context.
Man, there's a lot of layers to Tupac Shakur, man. But
Absolutely.
I don't think it's just one of them things. I don't think people are ever going to understand how much he meant to my generation, I guess, so to say. So, it's always interesting to see what folks use and think of Black history when it comes to Black History Month, because there's things that get discussed and there's things that don't get discussed. And at some point, we're gonna have to get into the discussion of how rap has affected our generation.
Oh, yeah. Whew, you want to talk about a discussion right there, man. And it's funny, on that subject alone, man, I've gone back and forth on that a lot of times, even within just my own mind, going back and forth on my feelings on that. That'd be a whole podcast collection right there.
Yeah, man.
Talking on that shit. But yeah, there was a lot that defined like our Black experiences and stuff like that. Like for me, my Black experience, I always say, is unique. Because I grew up military brat. I spent like the first early years of my life in Europe.
Okay.
And I went to like schools in Germany, on a military base, but still wasn't a lot of Black people. I was always like the only Black kid in class. There might be a few of us in there. And that was my grow up experience. Wasn't around a lot of Black kids and stuff like that. So I'll never forget. I did first through third grade in Germany, and then fourth grade I moved to Biloxi, Mississippi, Biloxi Gulfport. Whoo! Culture shock.
Yeah,
blew my damn mind.
I was going to say the same thing. That is.
Yeah, I always tell people
Germany to Biloxi.
Yeah, I tell people all the time. I'm like, it was such a culture shock with my own people to go to a school and everybody in this damn school is Black. Mostly principal, teachers, security, everybody in this motherfucker is Black, and it was it was a lot for me because I didn't understand. That's when I really would say I had my first Black identity crisis, because I was like, who am I? I don't relate to these people. Not realizing, fam, you just went from Europe to the deep South. Like, that's a drastic difference, dog. Like, it's gonna be a culture shock for anybody if that's how you grew up. It don't matter. But young kid, then I'm like, I don't act like these other kids. I remember telling my parents, I'm like, I don't act like him. Like, we're not similar at all. I don't feel like I relate to him. And it was hard for me, man, because I'm like, I'm in a school with all Black people, and I felt like the little white kid in class. Even the white kids that was in there were more Black than me. So I'm like, shit, I'm just a little nerdy ass kid. I don't fit in with this. A lot of them was like hood shit. You know what I'm saying? There was a lot of ghetto crazy ass shit going on, man. I'm like, I'm not like this. You know what I'm saying? So that was, man, that stuck with me for a while, man. Like, what kind of Black person are you? And you know what I'm saying? And you just, and that's why the media and stuff and those portrayals are important. That's why I would say representation is huge. Because if all I'm seeing is Black people doing, gangster shit, rapping and stuff like that, sports, I'm gonna think that's all we're, limited to. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, that's not me. I'm in middle school. I like Harry Potter and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a nerd. I like the game. I like all this stuff. It took me a while, man. And I was sitting there trying to think of like celebrities or any Black figure that really stood out that helped me be okay being different. And there really wasn't. I didn't have anybody that I looked up to. Now on the opposite end, there was a lot of people I looked up to, like, shit, high school boy, I wanted to be 50 Cent. early middle school and shit, wanted to be ludicrous, all this stuff. Not saying they're bad or nothing. I got a lot of good qualities from 50 Cent. I ain't gonna lie to you. A lot of my qualities to this day came from 50 Cent, especially on holding ground, not being a
Right.
bitch. Like,
Right.
I learned a lot of like strategic business type move shit on how to move, carry yourself from people like 50 Cent.
Right.
Stuart Scott was huge. I would say he might have opened it up a little bit. To where I was like, man, this guy's just like being him. You know what I'm saying? Like that taught me to be myself a little bit. Watching him on ESPN and stuff like that all the time. But I'll say probably my greatest Black History moment that I was a part of was the first time I was able to vote as a black man.
Okay.
I was able to vote for a black man to be our first black president.
That's pretty
It was
cool,
one of the
man.
best days of my life, man. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I remember that day so damn vividly. I was at University of Kentucky, my first year there. I remember voting in Harrisburg, driving back up to Lex, and then, you know, they come out and they announce that he wins and shit. And I'm talking about campus went nuts.
Yeah.
Boy, white people hated us.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
hated us that day, and we didn't care. All the black at University of Kentucky came out on campus that night. We was probably out there partying until like 5 a.m, dog.
I bet,
Like,
man. I bet.
it was insane, man. It was just like, it was so surreal to be a part of that too. It's like, man, that's the first time I'm able to vote. You know what I'm saying? And I take voting very serious. I always think about our ancestors and all the people that weren't able to vote, that weren't even, you know, considered a person to vote. I don't take that shit as a joke. My voting power means a lot. So for me to have cast my first vote, and it was for Barack Hussein Obama, man, that was a lot for me, man. That meant a lot for me. And then to see him carry himself with poise and win back to back, like, it was a lot, man. That was probably, you know, in my lifetime, that was definitely like one of the biggest Black History moments. Was being able to be a part of that, history, man.
Right.
I never take
hear
that
you.
shit for granted, man, at all.
That
was a hell of a day. I remember that thing vividly.
Yeah.
Definitely vividly.
Yeah. Ain't nothing wrong with that at all.
I don't know, but yeah, I go to say too, man. With that, well, you know what? Let's do our takeaways from these, and
Okay.
let's go ahead and seal the deal on those before I add this last little bit. So let's go back to our Epstein files.
All right.
What's our takeaways for the Epstein joint?
All right. My takeaway on the Epstein joint is a lot like you, man. I was disturbed, disappointed, disgusted by everything that I saw and read in the Epstein files. And I don't know if anything's ever going to get done about it. I'd like to see some justice happen as a result of what has come about in the Epstein files. But I'm not going to sit here and act like I expect to see that happen. I don't expect justice to come from the Epstein files. I don't expect anything of significance to happen to anybody who is mentioned in the Epstein files. I think that power is going to do what power does, and I just think we're going to have to sit and take it. So as much as I hate to say it, we got the Epstein files out. We finally got them released, like we've been asking for them to get released, and now we wait. And like I said, my expectations are very low. So, you know,
I'm with you on that.
I hate it, but that's where I feel like we're at.
Yeah, realistically, I feel like nothing's gonna happen with it. Like, especially like now, like, it's Wednesday. We've seen our own president's name mentioned in here over some nasty ass shit. Being involved with this person, and like, whereas there's no rioting. To me, something like that, we need to burn this shit down. You see some shit like that, I'm ready to burn this shit down.
Right.
But we don't have that. So my main takeaway is we as people have got to agree when right is right and wrong is wrong, no matter what. And there's certain things that I understand stuff can get gray and cloudy. Again, like we talked about last week, it's not one of them situations where it should be mixed. This is one of those ones where it's like messing with underage kids is wrong. Protecting people that mess with underage kids is wrong. We just have to be in agreement on that. If we can all realize that is wrong together, I think we'll make some changes happen. But until people can take them blinders and all these different things down, you're gonna be stuck. And I think the people that are pushing it, which should be all of us, I think we need to focus on our tone and our messaging. Let's stop making this, we're using this to take Trump down type thing. And let's focus on, let's protect these victims. And let's make sure that we're setting the right tone for our kids and our future, that this shit is not acceptable. And our federal government that's here to protect us, keep us safe, is going to make sure that nothing like this happens again. You know what I'm saying? That's my takeaway from that. Let's move nice. It would be nice. Moving into the Black History Month, my takeaway is, man, I've just learned to, especially over the years, man, I learned to, one, accept that black people are different, including myself. We don't all fit the same story, narrative. We all got different upbringings. You didn't have to grow up in the hood to be black. You could be a suburban kid, still be black. Be a rich-ass kid, still be black. It doesn't matter. You're black. You know what I'm saying? There's different. You got Candace Owens black. You know what I'm saying? You got, it's just, there's different versions of us. We're not stuck at one thing as much as they want to try to portray us to be that. That was something that I struggled with a lot growing up mentally. So I want everybody listening now, know that there's different. And it's okay to be different. You don't have to fit this narrative that they say we need to fit. It is absolutely okay. And to everybody listening to, Black History Month is American history. You know what I'm saying? Don't make this shit political. It doesn't need to be a black-white thing. It's Black History Month. We're here to highlight what we've done for our country. You know what I'm saying? A country that enslaved us, that we're still proud to say, hey, I'm an American. You know what I'm saying? And we still contribute to a country that enslaved us because we see the potential of what this country can be.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? We believe that it can be beautiful if we all can just learn to get along, love each other, and get rid of this motherfucker is a different color than me shit. Who cares? You know what I'm saying? We should be done with that by now. Let's move on. Clearly, we know black, white, Mexican, Asian, whatever have you, we're all smart people. We all got some smart people. We all got some dumb people. We all got some violent people. We all got some non-violent people. We're all different. You know what I'm saying? There's a whole bunch of different white people, a whole bunch of different types of Asians. Not everybody is one thing. And not every Asian person's doing kung fu and shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
that's right.
Let's just remember that and just learn to, again, take them blinders off and accept that Black History Month is American history and learn something new and you'll be surprised. You know what I'm saying? It's not about we're trying to prove we're better or nothing like that. Just saying, hey, we've contributed and we want to share that with everybody to learn more about us and how we maneuver and operate.
That's right. All right. So I guess I'll try to follow that up. And my takeaway on Black History Month is pretty much, man, I just want to see us continue to celebrate Black History Month. I hope it's something that people continue to learn from and grow from as individuals. Like I said, if you get the opportunity to look out and try to find podcasts that celebrate Black History Month, hopefully we'll have places like Breakfast Club and Hot 97 in the morning with what you call it, the new one they got, the Kid Miro. I forgot
who they got on there now.
Kid Miro, who's hosting it now. You know,
Ebro ain't on there.
Things, to celebrate Black History Month, you know, I think it's going to be up to us to make sure that Black History Month maintains its importance in society. And I think we do a good part of that, you know, especially for somebody like me. I spend a lot of time on Twitter, and Twitter has been, even though it's an Elon Musk, you know, source of money or whatever, Twitter's done a pretty good job of celebrating Black History Month. I've seen a lot of things on there that have educated me on some other things, other people, other things that have taken place that black people have done throughout our history. The James Baldwin quote, I did want to mention that. The James Baldwin quote.
He always got some good quotes.
Yeah, man, I tell you what.
Always.
Black History Month, my favorite James Baldwin quote is, "To be black and conscious in America is to be in a constant state of rage." And I say that no quote has ever hit me harder. I think that it reigns true to this day in 2026. If you are black and you are conscious and you are in America, you are in a state of rage. But one thing that we have learned to do is to be poised and not let that rage control who we are as people. So
Don't let it dictate our movements or nothing.
yeah. So while we might not be angry black to you when we see you and address you and you see us on a regular day, there's a lot of angry black in there. And, you know, we do a lot to keep that shit suppressed. And thankfully, a lot of us do a good job of suppressing that. And I'm grateful for Black History Month because it's moments like that that remind me of how beautiful my people are. So that's my takeaway on Black History Month for this episode of the Clearly Confused podcast.
I'm with it. I love it. Love it. Appreciate you on the topics and the takeaways. Let's go and wrap this bad boy up with our real talker clickbait.
Oh yeah.
So with the Super Bowl coming up, real talker clickbait, Bad Bunny will make the Super Bowl halftime show super political. So we did just see him at for those who did see it, the Grammys. You know, he did his Ice Out, you know what I'm saying? He gave his speech, you know, which I thought was pretty nice and fair, especially him being, you know, Hispanic, I think Puerto Rican, so Hispanic descent, you know, seeing his people, things like that. So what are you thinking, man? You think he's going to show out? You think he's going to go out, give a good performance? Or you think it's going to be super politically motivated and charged?
So I don't think that his show will be politically charged, but his presence is politically charged, if that makes any sense.
Oh, absolutely.
I don't think that he's going to do anything to purposely try to piss off anybody. I just think his mere presence alone is pissing people off enough as is. And it's a shame. I'm not going to sit here and act like I can name a Bad Bunny song. I don't know the name of one Bad Bunny song, but I wouldn't be surprised at all if during the performance I say, damn, I've heard that song before. You know what I'm saying? He's one of them kind of entertainers to me. He's never somebody who's going to be on a playlist of mine.
A heavy rotation, yeah.
Yeah, I'm never gonna bump some Bad Bunny, but I'm not gonna act like he's not entertaining pop icon. You know what I'm saying? To get a Super Bowl show means you are large and that you have a large.
You're at the top of the top. You're the best entertainer there is out. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, and folks act like that. They've never seen a Spanish performing artist in the Super Bowl before, man. Gloria Estefan, if I ain't mistaken, performed in the damn Super Bowl.
Jennifer Lopez,
Shakira. You know what I'm saying? We've had all kinds of folks that speak Spanish perform in the Super Bowl before. And
this motherfucker's from Puerto Rico.
Yeah, he's an American citizen.
Yeah.
He's an American citizen. Like,
damn. He's born on U.S. soil.
Oh, yeah. And it's funny because I had an R-rated moment with my boys at work the other day. We were talking about the halftime show, and I'm not gonna say what I said because, you know, I said a lot of fucked up shit for real. But the main point I was trying to make was, you know, we're watching the Super Bowl for the game. You know what I'm saying? We're watching it for the violence. You know, we love the violence of football. That's why we watch it. We're watching it for football. We're not watching the Super Bowl for the halftime show. That's for the wives, for the kids, whatever and whatnot. So I was making fun of folks, making fun of men who were worried about the halftime show. So I'm like, dog, what you doing, man? Why you worried about the halftime show? Why you care? Why you care? I've been waiting on Wu-Tang to perform the halftime show for 50-some years. You don't see me out here whining and crying, acting like a little bitch because Wu-Tang ain't performing in the Super Bowl show. I don't give a damn about the halftime show. I give a damn about who wins. I give a damn about Seattle covering the spread. I give a damn about Jackson and Jigler Smith winning the damn MVP. I'm trying to see these bets hit. I don't give a damn about Bad Bunny and the damn halftime show.
Man.
I ain't worried about that shit, man. I just can't find myself to get worked up about it. And so, and this is coming from somebody who, like I said, I don't know his music. He's probably gonna sing it all in Spanish, so I'm probably not gonna understand anything he's saying. They're saying he may or may come out in some clothes that's gonna piss some people off. I ain't saying he's gonna wear a dress. I don't know, but I know these dudes wear clothes that look like dresses that ain't even.
There's
dresses.
football players painting their nails and shit. What are we talking about?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So all these reasonings that people have for all their anger behind Bad Bunny, it's like the shit is hysterical. We do this every single year. We did it last year with Kendrick, and Kendrick has the most watched Super Bowl show in the history of halftime Super Bowl shows. So what are we talking about? What are we doing? So, you know, hey, look, I'm looking forward to it. Fuck it. I'm looking forward to seeing what Bad Bunny's gonna do. like I said, I don't know if he's going to do anything. I don't think he's going to do anything political. But like I said, his presence will be political. It's already a polarizing show.
His presence is, yeah. They already talk about they're gonna have ICE out there, and it's like, wow, like ICE. What do you think? You gonna get some illegal immigrants that can afford to go to this fucking Super Bowl?
You know what I'm saying, man? You know what I'm saying?
So you just there to cause problems. I mean, that's clear as day. You hear to cause problems, the show, flex your check, like it's stupid shit.
Stupid.
But to me, I don't know what he's gonna do. To be essentially honest with you, I have no idea. I don't think he's gonna ruin his. I'm not even gonna say ruin, but take away his big moment because performing at the Super Bowl is huge. You know what I'm saying? That lets you know you are the top entertainer. We want you to sell all this tickets and shit for us. You know what I'm saying? We want you to put seats in here, eyes on the TVs. That's what we want you to do. I think Bad Bunny takes an approach kind of like Kendrick last year, where Kendrick made a political statement with his music and his creativity, his art. You know what I'm saying? He put it, tied it all in there with Samuel L. Jackson, all that stuff. Right. He made it political without it being political. You know what I'm saying? Right. And I think Bad Bunny might take that approach. He might just come out and say some crazy shit. Right. Who knows?
Yeah,
who knows? Know what I'm saying?
I'm here for it all.
I'm here for it all. And back to what you're saying, there's been a lot of Super Bowls where I haven't cared about the person doing the halftime show. Right. I'm not going to go on no rant. I'm just not going to watch that shit. Right. It is literally that easy. I don't like who the person's performing. I'm going to watch something else during the halftime show because I don't want to hear them. You might put some white rock guy on here. I don't listen to some of that shit. And I don't know who he is. I don't want to listen to it. I'm not going to get mad. Oh, this is a predominantly black sport. You got a damn white guy, country motherfucker out here. And we got all these black players. Hell no. It's stupid. If that person is at the top of their game, somebody there's tons of people that like them, obviously. You know what I'm saying? They didn't just pick some man off the street. You know what I'm saying? They got somebody that was top of the game. You know what I mean? Whether that's the genre you like or not, I don't know what the hell Bad Bunny be saying in his music. And you talking about on the playlist, I have one Bad Bunny song on my playlist. Couldn't tell you the damn name of it. I get so damn hyped when that shit comes on too. Don't know a single word of what this man is saying, but the beat and shit goes so hard that I add it to my playlist anyway. I'm like, shit, I don't know what this brother's saying, but this shit is a bop. You know what I'm saying? Good music is good music at the end of the day. I don't care who's doing it. I hear some country shit every now and then. I'm like, damn, that's a hard ass song. I hate country. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? If it's music is good, it's good. And I'm going to roll with it.
Yeah. Music can be universal as long as it's good. And I said the same thing. I said everybody's talking all the shit about Bad Bunny, but everybody starts dancing when you hear the Latin music when you're on your cruise.
Come on,
when you're on your cruise, you
can't wait to get to that Taco Tuesday and shit
and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? So when Bad Bunny's gonna do the Super Bowl, it's a problem. Whatever. Man.
Oh yeah,
I'm trying to hear that shit, man.
Y'all gonna put that damn watered down, seasonless ass Turning Point show with Kid. Why is it always Kid Rock? Y'all can't find nobody else, man. Don't nobody want to hear no damn Kid Rock.
There ain't nobody else. They ain't got nobody else who's gonna be able to perform for them.
Exactly, man. Y'all got some old bullshit ass line. That shit gonna be so unseasoned.
Who they got? Lee Greenwood shit, man. Ain't nobody trying to watch that shit, man.
That shit is gonna be whack as hell, boy.
America. Ain't nobody watching that shit, man.
Ain't nobody care about that.
I might not watch Bad Bunny, but I ain't watching that shit either.
Yeah, hell no, boy. It's like, why do y'all have to do this? Like, why is it so unsettling you that this motherfucker speaks Spanish? You know what I'm saying? You do know that he comes from U.S. territory where mostly everybody speaks Spanish in that bitch. You know what I mean? He's a U.S. citizen. Some of these motherfuckers speak Spanish. You know what I'm saying? Probably majority of the fucking the country probably speaking Spanish now. But as many Hispanics and shit as we got, that's the largest minority group. Shit, we all gonna be speaking Spanish. Shit, soon enough. Hell yeah, boy.
It reminds me of that episode in Power. I was watching it a couple days ago where one of the, I think it might have been Dre or somebody's like, man, speak English when you were around me. And the dude spoke Spanish and said, hey, this is our country now. You're going to be speaking Spanish in a little bit.
It's true, man.
Like, shit. Hilarious.
It's crazy, man.
Yeah,
but I don't know. People get too worked up. It's like when people get mad over something they see on social media or something. If you don't like that shit, don't follow that person. Like, if I don't want to see this motherfucker post, I'm not gonna follow him. Like, to me, it's common goddamn sense.
Yes, absolutely.
I don't understand it, but I do
We
think it's
talking about
real.
15 minutes. Yeah, we talking about 15 minutes, man.
Come on.
Folks mad about 15 minutes.
I don't get it. Everybody's got to find a reason to be mad.
Yeah,
But I think
yeah.
I think it's clickbait. I don't think he's gonna make it super political. I think it will be a little bit political.
Right.
Just because obviously he just showed us with the Grammys that he's gonna speak out on what once he gets that stage, he's gonna speak out. Which I always acknowledge people for using their platforms to stand up for what's right. So if he does it at the Super Bowl, cool. Now, I would be even a little bit upset if he makes this whole thing political. Because, like, come on, man. People here to be entertained and shit. You had your moment at the Grammys and stuff. Like, it's okay to put little shots out now and stuff. But I don't want to see a big political shit. I hate politics and shit mixing with my sports and entertainment to begin with.
Right.
But I understand it happens. I ain't never going to tell nobody to shut up. You got a platform. You got something to say. Hey. That's your right as an American. Get out there, say what you need to say. You got freedom of speech. You know what I'm saying? Can't hold you back on it. Now, might not be something I want to see all the time because I'm not trying to hear all this shit. Sometimes I want an escape, you know what I'm saying, from all the ugly shit in the world. So I don't want you to bring the ugly shit of the world to this one outlet that I have that's keeping me away from the ugly shit. But but again, it is what it is. I ain't going to be mad about it, but I'm hoping that it's not overly charged where I just don't see it anyway. Like, come on. You're there to entertain, you know what I'm saying? This ain't nothing crazy, but we'll see how it plays out. Like you say, either way, I just want Seahawks cover the spread.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, man, but before we wrap up, man, speaking of Black History Month, man, just got to shout out my fraternity, Kappa Alpha Psi, founded January 5th, 1911. Indiana University, and it means a lot to me, especially when I think about, because my fraternity is all about achievement and exceeding in every field that we go into, and I love that too because we always say we want to push achievement in every field of human endeavor. It's part of our core as Kappas, and it lets me know that as black men, you can be different, kind of like we were just talking about. It meant, they said this in 1911, you need to be different as a black man. No matter what you're doing, achieving it and be great in it and help your people out. And that's why I always love my fraternity because it's all about servicing and taking care of our people. And when you think about January 5th, 1911, a predominantly white school with black men, they're creating a damn fraternity where we had to even change our name because they made it racist and shit like that. Start calling us Kappa Alpha niggas and shit like that. So we had to change our name up, but we still stay strong and resilient. So I just want to shout out my fraternity. Again, Kappa Alpha Psi, Phi Nu Pi. Fraternity so nice, we named it twice. But I want to shout us out and the rest of the D9, man, because I really do appreciate all my black Greeks out there. Because a lot of people see us and they think, especially they think about like white fraternities and we're just out here just hazing and, going crazy doing shit. But this shit's about service, man. And it's about the things that we do to uplift, especially our black men for the fraternity sides and black women on the sorority sides. It's amazing. There's a lot of stuff goes unnoticed. So I just want to shout out all my D9 out there. Keep doing the good work. You might not get noticed or anything like that, but that's not what we do it for anyway. All right. But now let's go ahead and wrap this up. As always, you've been listening to the Clearly Confused podcast with like your group chat but with better audio. And as always, if you need some clearing up, a little bit more additional clearing up, reach out to us. Let us know. We can chat it up, chop it up. You know what I'm saying? If you got any topics you want to hear us discuss, it's Black History Month. If there's anything specific black, you know what I'm saying, a black subject that you feel like doesn't get hit on or talked about enough, hey, let us know, man. It's definitely stuff we want to get on, get engaged with for sure. But as always, it's the Clearly Confused podcast. We'll catch y'all next week. Peace.